And Honorable Speaker, I want to take this early opportunity to support the BPS document that has been presented to us by the chair of the Budget Committee. And Honorable Speaker, I'd really like to applaud the chair, especially taking into consideration the rural electrification for the 290 constituencies. But I also have a couple of reservations, Honorable Speaker, that I think the committee needs to take cognizance of. Honorable Speaker, to start with, and the Honorable member who just spoke before me alluded to this, that the ICT departmental states have not been properly funded. Honorable Speaker, the digital superhighway is as important as the roads infrastructure in this country. And if you are not putting enough funding into that particular space, then we are not taking into consideration the fact that as a country, we are currently in the 4th industrial revolution. Other countries are in the 5th industrial revolution. And if we don't take cognizance and ensure that we are at the same pace with other countries, then, Honorable Speaker, we will suffer. Honorable Speaker, when you look at the social protection space and the fact that the fight on GBV in this country is highly funded by donor funds. Honorable Speaker, this should be something that we worry about as a country, because if we are not protecting our women, our children adequately in terms of putting enough funding into that space and only depending on donors, then, Honorable Speaker, we don't have our priorities in the right space. Honorable Speaker, when it comes to the gender department, and in particular, the fact that there is still very poor coordination between the distribution of pads from the gender department to the 47 counties. Honorable Speaker, this is an area of a lot of concern. Honorable Speaker, the other one is in the space of labor, and when we notice that currently we don't have enough funding to the public service internship program. Honorable Speaker, we are a country that is blessed to have 78% of our population being youthful in nature. And if you're not putting enough money to ensure that our young people are properly prepared for the job market, then we are not doing any service to the population of this country. Honorable Speaker, in the sports department, we are about to host the CHAN in 2024. We are about to host the AFCON in 2027. The other day, I saw the president doing groundbreaking for a stadium that is meant to host the 2027. But I take particular concern when I note that the committee has indicated to us that they are yet to receive any comprehensive resource requirement from this particular state department. Because, Honorable Speaker, then what are we putting in terms of priority? Honorable Speaker, the other matter that really concerns me is that as at the 23rd of February, we have had 800,000 Kenyans who applied for passports, who paid fees of up to 2 billion, and yet we are told that the reason why they've not been able to receive their passports is because there's lack of booklets. Honorable Speaker, I'm wondering, this particular state department, if they are raising so much revenue from people applying for passports, why does it have to be a delay for them to receive the same passports, especially if they're raising so much money? Honorable Speaker, that does not make sense at all. Honorable Speaker, I also just want to raise a concern on the timelines that have been indicated in terms of each state department and the timelines they've been given of when they should be able to balance out the requirements that they've given, which is by June of this month. Honorable Speaker, I'll be very concerned at that particular time to see if this has actually happened. Honorable Speaker, as I finish, I also just want to raise another concern that I feel like all our state departments are acting like cost centers. We are not getting a sense of how state departments are being innovative in terms of raising on-source revenue as a country. If you're being so dependent on depending on the budget allocations that are being given, our state departments are increasingly becoming cost centers, then what are we doing as a country? What are the sources of on-source revenue that we want to look at? And finally, as I finish, I just want to also applaud the fact that an additional budget has been put for our drivers and our bodyguards, Honorable Speaker, because this usually comes back as an expense to us. And Honorable Speaker, just to tell the chair, as a future women rep, tafadhali in future, please ensure that we are not speaking about
Your time is up, Murugara.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to rise and support the budget policy statement, which has been ably presented by the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Thank him profusely and his committee